2:40, 2:45 mark to grab my daughter. So
yes.
it's
Hello,
pretty big.
everyone.
Hi, everybody.
We
Happy
are
birthday.
excited to have Erin Reed with us today.
Yes.
We're going to give it just a minute or two so some people can come in. I'm going to check my account, make sure we're live. And there we are. So
Okay, good.
yay.
Yes.
I never do that. I never check to see if I'm live. I just trust it and go, it's there.
We've had so many issues with so many programs that we've gotten into the habit.
With this program, no issues.
No, none at
I
all.
never have had an issue with this. Okay, so I'm going to do a plug for StreamYard. StreamYard rocks. I use it all the time too. It's the best program ever if you want to stream live.
It is. It honestly is. We have a few people here. So if anybody wants to say hi so we can see who you are and we can say hi.
Yep.
So we're going to start over. My name is Ann Butler.
I'm Lisa Rojas.
I don't know if we're all in the same. She is my business partner for Bella Crafts Publishing, and we have designer Erin Reed with us today.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Jimmy.
We are excited to have her because we've been doing this once a month where we're interviewing a creative girlfriend, and it's just so much fun to get to know them a little bit better. And for our viewers that don't know them at all, or maybe you know them and you have burning questions. Yeah. So hi, Sylvia. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Rebecca. Hey. If any of you have any questions, put them in the comments and we'll grab them for Erin. But we're going to start out with Erin telling us just a little bit about yourself.
Ooh, about me. That's a funny topic.
The hard part.
the hard pressing question. Talk about yourself. So I'm Erin Reed from Erin Reed Makes. I'm a crafting influencer, creative professional. The name changes every time I turn around about what people want to call what we do. Yeah. Designer. I mean, like we wear many hats. We were just chatting right before we went live about the fact that I do lots of video content for YouTube. So everything's Erin Reed Makes across the board for my website, everything. I think some links are getting put up. But you can just search Erin Reed Makes, you'll find me. But yeah, I do videos, I do live streams, I do the short little edited videos, I do videos for Instagram, TikTok. I delved into TikTok. That's like a scary topic. I feel like I'm too old to be in TikTok.
It's just one more thing.
But I had to go through and change my business card to put the little the TikTok icon on my business card to show like, yes, I do have an account and I do post things there.
Oh my God. I don't know. I know nothing about TikTok at all.
Yeah, it's its own animal, but yeah, I don't do all like the stupid dances. They're like little short crafty, like the snapping of the scissors and stuff like that. So all different kinds of crafts, card making, DIY, kids crafts. It's fun. I get to play and get messy all the time.
Oh, that's always fun.
Right. It's fun creating with products that maybe you haven't tried before and seeing what they can do, pushing them to the limits. Yeah. And your YouTube channel, you have been doing YouTube for years.
Yeah. How long have I been like actively in YouTube? Probably 6 years now.
Well, I think I've been doing YouTube. I got my account like 12 years ago. Is it active? No. I mean, it used to be, but it's just.
It's hard wearing all those hats and trying to run a magazine and books and and there's only
a lot
of us. It's hard.
That's really a lot.
It is all, but
okay.
So,
but it's fun.
It is. It definitely is. And like when you're doing your videos for YouTube, do you ever do content based on a viewer suggestion? Hey, Erin, could you?
Oh, yeah.
So that's good for them to know.
Yeah, no, I do a card making Wednesday live every Wednesday. My aim is noon central, but sometimes it gets pushed a little back if I'm not like everything ready. And I'm always saying, hey, if there's something that's like one person shouted out and it's on my queue to get done, it may not be the next week, but she's like, show us how to use punches. Like we have stashes of punches that, like it's in our drawer. I'm like, yes, let's do a bunch of cards with punches. Let's figure that out. So that's coming. Right. I love getting suggestions from people because then I know it's what they want to do. And then it also gives me an idea of what people want to see and also just gives me an idea. I'm like, oh, and then my brain cog starts going. I'm like, ooh, yeah, the creative juices start flowing. So.
I know. I love hearing from our readers when they say what they want, or if we can do a certain something, it helps a ton, because while we can brainstorm, or if you have minds that never shut off, you're always thinking anyhow. But that's the wrong way.
Never mind. I can never get it right.
These ladies too. Like I can point to both of you.
Yeah. I can never get it right.
Yeah.
I know. I'm always backwards.
Exactly. I can't stand it. Okay.
I know. It is. Before we continue, Penny, I hope your husband's doing better.
Oh, yes, Penny. Let us know.
I know how serious that can be. So sending prayers and hugs. And she has shared this. Just a reminder, like, comment, and share with the hashtag Bella Crafts to be entered for the giveaway for this week.
Ooh.
Right.
So, Erin, when did you know that you wanted to share your creativity? Has it always been? Have you always been teaching? Is it something that just happened 6 years ago when you started YouTube?
It kind of morphed on its own. Like, I'm an educator by trade. So I used to teach high school chemistry, physics, and biology. Biology was my baby. I did that for a number of years. I loved teaching. I also taught math, because there's a lot of math within the sciences. So I did that for 8 years. And then life throws a curveball. My daughter passed away, and I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't leave. I had another child who was 3. And the idea of leaving, I was about to be done teaching for a while and become a stay-at-home mom. We had the funds to do it. And we were at this point, and that point, 12 years ago. And I was like, life's too short. I want to spend the time with my son. And so after that had happened, my way of dealing with it, and I didn't understand it at the time, I didn't realize what I was doing, was art therapy. Mm-hmm. And so I scrapbooked. I had all these beautiful pictures of her. She was only 4 months. So it was all these baby photos, but I really started getting into the artistic side of it. And it was my way of seeing her every day. I'd be up until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, just scrapbooking on the kitchen table, and then having to tear everything down because we had breakfast the next morning, and it was a mess. But it really made a difference. And then I started delving into finding pictures. The internet was becoming a better place. And this is when forums were a big deal. So this was back in 2009 when it happened. And so I found a couple of forums. Scrapbook.com had their gallery at the time. They still do, where you can post your photos. And then I got brave and posted my own pictures. And my first ones, I look back at my original pictures. I'm like, oh my God, I used to think these were good. They were awful. And I have proof online that they're there and god awful.
We've all been that way. We've all been there.
But you grow, I mean,
oh yeah,
it's true. I know exactly what you mean, because I was going through the magazines, because I usually get a hard copy, and looking at our magazine from 10 years ago to now, I cringe. Absolutely cringe.
But at the time, you think it's the best thing since
what were we thinking? All that color, all that distraction. They're horrible.
Well, I think, and then art aesthetics change as well, and what we thought was in, or what was in at the time, then kind of loses trend. But then it all comes back again, and I could go back and look at my stuff in 10 years from now and go, well, that was kind of on trend for the time, or whatever, and rehash that. So, I mean, it's the way it is. But that
helped, Erin, and got you through?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I was going to therapy, and so was my son, and, we were doing all the things we should, but the act of, seeing her pictures helped. It was processing what was going on, but also doing something with my hands. And for that, sorry, my dog is right here going, I'm going to love you because you're talking, and I'm going to pay attention. He's right here. So yeah, just the act of being busy with my hands. And even though I was thinking about it, it was also taking my mind, because I was concentrating on the art. And it was just a self-soothing kind of therapy. And it is. I mean, there's a very true thing with art therapy. I think it's amazing. Yes. And, then delving into even getting more experimental, still within the realm of a 12 by 12 scrapbook page, but adding paint to it or doing stencils on it. So really getting into more mixed media, and they're really you call the thick pages.
Yeah.
and getting to do those kinds of things. That was where I was heading into that, and like all the flowers and layers and all that kind of stuff. So once I started kind of posting my stuff online, then I realized, and this was again the era of the blogs, and everybody had a blogger at the time.
Yep.
Yes.
So jumped into that, and then everybody had the challenges.
Oh yeah.
So I post my picture, I'd post my project, and I started doing a little bit of cards on there, and then I would be up again. So I'd make the project, I'd post it on my blog, and then I'd enter it into any challenge it possibly could enter. And I'd probably like 40 different challenges I would go through at night. And this was like, again, just like I got addicted to it. It was crazy. And then I got free stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting product because I won this challenge.
Yeah.
And then a couple of companies started reaching out to me, and it just kind of morphed from there. And, the kick in the door for the video, because I was just doing blogs for so long and tutorials on the blogs. Once, that kind of, I was like, oh, well, I did a really cool thing. Let me show how I did that versus just the finished.
Mm-hmm.
My educator started coming back and haunting me again a little bit. But one of the companies said, we really like you to try and do a video. And I had created the YouTube account, and it sat there for 4 years with me doing, 2 years or 3 years for me doing nothing. And I kicked myself in the butt, because had I gotten like my foot in the door just a little bit earlier,
I know.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, if you have that nudge of something that you think you want to do, just do it.
I was telling everybody to do YouTube. Yes, do it. Was I? No. But I knew that was the way to go.
Yeah, you were saying YouTube 10 years ago.
12, back when I was doing stuff with Tiffany. I mean, was
so
not enough.
My account sat there, and the stupid part is before I even put up one video, I had 45 subscribers. So I was like, all right. So I didn't even really try, but I did the first one, and then I would just do the odd ones. They were more like slideshows. They weren't me doing anything more than like a slideshow.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started doing ones where it was, I had to edit a video, but I didn't talk. I was afraid to talk. So it was just music over it. And then I got better. I was like, okay, well, I'm finally going to talk, but it's just my hands. I didn't have a way to film my face.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I didn't have the capability of doing both, and I was just using my phone, and it was too hard to. Now I'm like, I got all kinds of setup and 3 cameras and lights everywhere, and I'm live, and like I am all into video. So it's amazing how things happen. I like it, so it's fun.
Because just the process of it.
Yeah, you got to take your baby steps, and if you don't try it, you don't know if you're going to like it. So what's the worst that's going to happen? You try it, don't like it, you're no worse off than where you were before. So.
Right. And by doing things that challenge you, it takes you out of your comfort zone, which is good because you learn just a little bit more, or a company might see you, and, it's all part of the process.
Absolutely. Yes.
So besides video, do you still have a blog?
I do. My old blogger is still sitting there, and there's still some posts that get hits, and it still makes some money here and there. But I switched everything over to my own website, Erin Reed Makes. So that is where my new posts go. That's where my store, I have an online digital store. So I create digital products and SVG files and printable files, and that all goes there. And then, that's kind of like my main hub. And then you can click in like my Instagram feeds on there and stuff like that. So it's still, the old one still sits there. I'm not going to delete it because it still has lots of content that's decent. But I haven't added anything more to that yet in a while.
Well, and
I grew up.
If you did, you would add it on your website.
Right. Yeah.
Because I had taken my blog and transferred everything to Ann Butler Designs. And then I weeded it all out and took away the stuff that, this doesn't even belong on here. But I did. I transferred all of it when I did my own website years ago.
Right.
Just because I still have Blogger. Nobody can get to it. I mean, I own it, so nobody can just grab it. But
Right. No, I still have too many posts on there that still get a few thousand to 10,000s of hits. And so I'd hate to take that down because it's still decent content. Some of the content that's not so great, but the projects are good, I'll sometimes take those posts down, or I'll just do a compilation post on my new site of those old ones with maybe a new project rolled in. So it's a way to kind of bring it all together. So why not?
I was just going to do that.
Hey, Kimberly.
Oh, she beat me to it.
Okay. So she's looking forward to joining her first ever Christmas one that you're hosting.
Yeah. So I've been doing it for 4 years now. I host a card swap. I actually have a pile of packages right to the side of me that are just waiting to get picked up tomorrow. And so I do about 3 a year. The one that's open right now is the summer card swap. That's what the group voted on. They wanted to summer as the theme. And so if you're a card maker, you're more than welcome to join. It's Erin Reed Card Swaps. It's a Facebook group. You can find it through my videos and stuff. Just look up card swaps. You'll find me. I think that's how Kimberly found me. Yep. And so, yeah, we do them. It's all handmade cards. So it's no prepackaged cards of any, like, you can't just go to a store and buy a Hallmark. You have to hand make it, but whatever products, if it fits in the theme. And the big one is Christmas. So we get 60 to 70 different people that come in for the Christmas one. Nice. The regular swaps have 30 to 40 people in them pretty consistently. And it changes. Some people can't make it. Some people can.
Well, and don't have time. That's nice. Sylvia said she's definitely going to follow you. So, yay. And Rebecca is addicted to challenges because it keeps you busy every day, which it does. I mean, and you need that escape. And we think creativity and doing art is good for your soul. So, it's just
absolutely
all part of it. So what else do you have going on that's new? I mean, I know that in a couple weeks, Erin and I will be together. We're both going to the NAMTA show. Lisa is not coming, but she'll see us in video. But yeah, so
you guys are gonna
it'll be nice to see you in person again. It's been a year.
Well, I saw you in San Marcos when you guys did the big launch. So that was fun. Yeah. And then before that was the previous Creativation. So
I know.
Long time.
I haven't been for ages.
Why not? You should come. It's a blast.
I have health issues. So, I don't. I used to be able to go all the time. And then once COVID hit, that was like,
yeah.
So, and now I'm just paranoid about traveling with, people breathing around me.
Yeah.
So.
Her husband will only let her travel if I'm going, if he's not.
So, this is true. He would not let me.
The last time Lisa and I saw each other in person was 4 years ago when we filmed for Creative Living.
That's right. That's right.
Because that just popped up in my feed. Sylvia, what is NAMTA? NAMTA is a trade show. It is not a consumer show.
Right.
So it is, you have to work for a company or be a company and be a member of the show to go.
Yeah.
So,
but we'll be doing lots of videos. I'll be streaming and sending it all out there on my YouTube channel.
Yep.
So you can vicariously come to the show. And I won't be the only one. There's a lot of people.
I'll be doing videos in booths. And, it is like CHA. CHA joined NAMTA. CHA is no longer.
Right.
They joined NAMTA. So it's one big organization. We are in the process, or they are in the process of coming up with a new name. Because NAMTA is National Art Materials
NAMTA something
Association. Trade Association. That's what it is.
Textile? Trade. Okay.
Trade. And I've been to, I think, 3 NAMTA shows over the years. It's a lot more.
The best way I like to describe it, is like, it's like going to a museum at NAMTA, whereas going to CHA or Creativation is like a party.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So we're going to bring our party to NAMTA.
CHA was it was loud and everybody was doing it. It was amazing.
Right. But there were some cool things that happened at the NAMTA show, but it was a lot more suits, people very business like more on the, we're going to buy. It wasn't, the flashy booths with the demos and things like that.
Yeah.
But
they're not doing giveaways. They're not doing big, massive things. They're trying to embrace us.
Yes.
And
that's what makes it fun.
Embrace all of this crazy.
Yes. Well, and we had to have them ask the booth's permission if we could actually film in the booths, because filming was not allowed.
I did film previously at NAMTA, but I always went up and asked the booth. I didn't walk around.
I did. Hey, the booth you're doing a demo and stuff. Yeah.
So I did do some filming because I went to the Houston one, I went to Dallas, and they had one in San Antonio because I live in Texas. So those were the easy ones I could drive to in various years that I went. And I did filming at all of those. So they had no problem. Then they even invited me and said, well, you filmed previously. Let's actually officially give you a press pass now so you can come in and officially do it. Because they reached out to me. I was like, sure, I'll come do that.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Awesome. See, so it is, we're so looking forward to it because it'll be the first big event we've been to in a couple of years.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
You guys are going to have so much fun. I'm going to be so jealous.
Are you going to go to all the parties?
Of course she is.
Hello.
Of course she is. I'm telling you, this is the first time, Erin, that she is going to a show where from the time she lands, this was Anne's schedule, because, we've been friends for over 20 years. We always would go in a day early. From the time her feet hit that floor, that was it. You never saw her ever again. The whole show, she worked. She never got to walk it. She worked the whole time. We taught classes, and then I would go around while she was doing her thing. I would go around and talk to companies and, and stuff like that. But she never had a minute's time to really stop and enjoy it. So that's why I told her,
I know how she feels. It is like you get back to your room because inevitably you're like, you have a breakfast, something that happens before the show floor opens. Yep. And then the whole show floor, you're busy. They're demoing or iVideo. And I know you're doing the same thing. Like we're crazy doing all the stuff, or an impromptu meeting is because you pass somebody on your way. And I'm sorry, I got to go. I got to catch whatever. And then there's there's always dinners or evening events. And you get back to your hotel room and it's already midnight and you got to get up at 6 and you're like,
but you can't go to bed yet because you have to post things.
Yep. Well, that's why I do it live.
I'm still posting. I'm still,
Oh, you're still posting? I try to do as much live as possible so I can sleep at night. But I do know people that were like filming, editing, and putting it up that night, which I was like, I don't know how they did that. There's no sleep happening.
She does that kind of stuff all the time.
Yeah. But
more power to you because my body does not want to function without sleep. I turn into like zombie crazy lady. Like,
I can do it.
That's me. No, I'm not. Yeah, no, not good. I need no rest.
Well, okay. So you said on your site, you sell some digital products. Tell us about those.
Oh, yeah.
So I do. I have a few different collections. I'm not really great about putting them out, but I've got, there's new collections coming out every other month or so. There's lots of freebies out there. They're printables where you can cut them out. They're digital stamps. They're SVG files that you can use with your Cricut, that you can cut with vinyl or you can cut on paper. Lots of card making stuff or home decor kind of things. But I mean, there's a ton of, you even get a freebie. It's a birthday card set that I have if you sign up for my newsletter. But yeah, I post all kinds of stuff on there and they're cute and fun and bright colors, or, they're just a little bit of everything. Some of them are like easy, what I call like the project life cards, like the easy 3x4s. So you could pop them in, or you can just use those as a card front. So all kinds of cool stuff on there. My latest collection was Pantastic because it was all these cute pandas.
Oh, how cute. All right, you guys. So you heard it. You need to go check out our website. And lots of free that are going to be watching on the replay, because we get the majority of our views on the replay. So make sure that you go check Erin's website out. I put the link in, so there's no
it just like that. Erin Reed Makes.
Yeah, see?
I know.
I even went the wrong way with it.
Always.
I
Yeah,
can't.
that's what we
I
do.
just give up. Yeah, I just give up. I just don't care. It's too much. It's too much
No.
thinking.
See? Business partner, creative friend too, but you know.
Yeah, okay. But you just
Gotta get the
pointed
right
that
thumbs.
way.
Hmm?
You know that? You just pointed that way.
Yeah, gotta go the other way. I see, I'm easy. I just point up.
See?
I'm good.
Yep.
Oh, hey, Barney.
Oh
Yep.
my goodness.
It is.
Oh,
Well,
oh,
what
okay.
else? What else do you want to share?
What else do I want to share?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Before we have to let you go.
I know.
I know.
Yeah,
I got to go get
yeah.
my daughter here shortly. She's good.
I'm
It's beautiful
that
out.
excited.
She goes and plays in the playground after school. But I do got to go pick her up here shortly.
5 or 10
About
minutes,
10 minutes.
and Erin has to.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so
All good.
let me see. What, if you can, talk about the the companies that you actually are working with.
That I
right
work
now.
with?
Yeah.
Sure. So I work with a wide variety of companies. The ones I work with most closely right now are Xyron. So they're an adhesive company. They have their amazing new glue guns that came out a couple of years ago. And then, their tape runners and the little X and all the creative stations. I love working with them. I've been working with them for about 6 or 7 years now. I think actually it might be closer to 8 years. Sorry, that's my dog. I don't know if you heard him. Yes, I'm also on Facebook. Erin Reed Makes. Everything's Erin Reed Makes. Sorry, Jimmy
I
was
think
asking.
Lisa put the link in.
I did.
So it's up above.
Sorry, this is like my eyes went here and I was like, answer the question. I have some products sitting out because I just did an unboxing live video on my channel right before this one. I was like, I can do that. So I'll pull some products I have sitting right here.
Oh, perfect.
I work with a company called Gwen Studios.
Yes.
So
love their ribbons.
I love their ribbons. They are available in Walmart, and they have fabrics and ribbons and all kinds of really pretty things. I just started working with a new company called, new to me, Prickly Pear Stamps. They have stamps and dies. There's a die, the stamp that goes along. So look at the beautiful sunflower stamp.
That is Lisa's favorite.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And there's a die that goes with it that cuts at the top. I mean, just look at this one's all finished and pretty.
Oh my
gorgeous.
gosh.
And like with sunflowers with Ukraine right now, if you're looking for a good sunflower stamp. So I do have all the products listed on my unboxing. So if you want to click on the links, if any of those are striking your fancy, whatever works for you.
Yeah. What's the sunflower stamp? Thank you.
This is a company I'm going to be working with while we're at the trade show. It's called Edding. So they have acrylic markers. I've been playing around with these a little bit. So I'll be doing some demoing in Demo Alley at the trade show. But they're like really cool acrylic markers and they're a ton of fun. Like there's like, these ones are like the push activated. And this one is like a tube with paint that you squeeze and it comes out either as a wide line or a fine line.
Does it dry right away too?
The ones that are the pen, well, so this one right here that's got like the double tubed, it's like you put paint in a tube and you're squeezing it out. So it actually comes out as a little bit thicker, or it's like a wide line. So I think that's just so cool because it's very different than a lot of the other pens that are out there, which are the ones that are the pump activated version, which dry super fast. But it's almost like you're writing with paint. This is like you're squirting a line or a fat wide brush with paint. So it's kind of different. They're kind of cool. Yeah, they're really awesome. I work with another company called, I've worked with Dare to Be Artsy. I work with them quite often. Looking around, I work with a book company called Quarto Creates. They have some amazing books that come out. One was they just released a book with Crafty Chica. So I have it right here.
Okay, that's
so
she just got.
Yeah, she just released this book.
Yep,
so this is with the company with Quarto. And so I work with them. And so we put out books and I helped promote their books for them. I'm looking around. I work a little bit with Close to My Heart. I'm not a, what do they call them?
Representative. Sales
I'm
rep?
not one of those. Yeah, I don't have like a store or anything. They'll send me product. I'm more of an influencer affiliate with them.
Right.
And they'll be like, hey, we have this cool thing. Can we send you something and help promote? So I just get fun boxes in the mail, which is awesome.
Always fun.
Yeah, there's more, and I can't think because my brain's like, oh, Woodpecker Crafts. That's another amazing company. They do all their own hand-cut wood pieces and in all different kinds of shapes. It's
I have not heard of
grab
them.
it. Oh, they're cool.
I don't either. That's a new one.
Hi, Sharon. Hi, Jimmy.
So look.
Oh.
So it's a little bit thicker.
Size.
Yeah, and they have little pieces. You can just get dowels. I mean, you can get like any kind of standard wood shape, but they also do fun shapes as well that you then can create into other products.
I love
and
wood.
There is a ton of like pineapples and unicorns and penguins and you name it. They have all kinds of cool ones.
Yeah, I love wood. Fun.
There's lots more that I work with. I just can't think off the top. Scrapbook.com. I work with them.
Oh, there you go.
I totally know what
make videos with them. So yeah, sorry, my brain's kind of going. I don't want to think right now. So
you just come back from vacation, so
I know.
Maybe you can take a day to rest.
I'm opening drawers trying to remind myself which companies because you put me on this spot.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Well, but it's nice to learn about the companies that you work with, and then they can be on the lookout. Like that wood company, I haven't seen a wood company. Laura's Crafts had wood and Walnut Hollow, you know, but I haven't seen an all wood company for quite a while. So that's exciting.
And they're based out of New York State and they make everything in-house. They walked me around on video in their actual machine shop and they're making all the pieces right there. It's really cool. Yeah. So
I love working with wood. Love it. It's one of my favorite surfaces.
And they have some really, really cool designs that they create and they cut it all. And they have these big giant cutters where they laser cut things out. And it's pretty impressive what they do there.
Yeah, it's so amazing to watch. I'll have to check them out.
Yeah. Lisa's going to be buying a lot.
There's probably about 10 other companies I'm forgetting to mention. That's like when you get the award and you're like, I know I'm forgetting somebody, you know, it's like, I feel like that I should have my list, but no,
that's
check out my, Style Tech Craft. I work with a vinyl company. That's another one that I work with. So I work with a lot of people and a lot of companies. Well, it's the cool thing, with Xyron, they're an adhesive company and I'm working with their products, but I can use their hot glue while I'm creating with so there's so many things that overlap that
you don't work with competing companies.
No,
right.
I do not.
And that's the important part. If you want to be in this realm, you know, it's very important to find products you love and make relationships with those companies, but don't, well, I'm going to use this glue now, and I'm going to use this glue tomorrow. You know, you got to kind of be, if you want to work with a company. I mean, if you don't care, if you're just doing stuff and you're just using what you have, that's not a big deal.
The only one I would say that you could probably work with more than one company, even though they're the same, would be like a stamp and die company, because so many of those stamp and die companies,
they're so different. Yep.
They're so different in their aesthetic and the kind of products they have. And a lot of them are friends behind the scenes too. And they have collaborations that go together. So in that respect, I feel like I work with 3 or 4 different stamp and die companies, but they're all very different.
Right.
So,
yes.
Yeah. So
but
I wouldn't work with another hot glue company along with Xyron because that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Well, especially if you love the product.
Right. You know, and I've been working with them for years and I absolutely love their products and they're amazing. And it doesn't make any sense to just be like, check it, I'm out, you know.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. And the companies need to know when you're working with them that, you know, not only are you working with them, but you're also representing them, you know?
Yeah.
And so you don't want to tell this one company that, you know, I'm going to work with you and then find another company that sells the same stuff. I'm going to work with you because then that's going to cause an issue. You know, we learned that was a lesson, not that I ever had to figure out because Ann told me this years ago. So I never got caught in that situation, but it's important because these companies, they rely on us to, get this stuff out, and if we say that we're going to work with them, that we're only working with them, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't want to create tension if you're working with, I mean, I couldn't have said it better. You don't want to rattle boats. And if you're doing the job that we do as influencers or creatives or designers or whatever hat you want to put on our heads for what we do, because you name it, I feel like it's changed a bajillion
all
times.
Of them.
It's all the above, content creators. That you do want to make sure that you're putting, this is a job, or doing a job, or not just out there to get freebie stuff, just to get free stuff. I'm out there to help promote you and make your company better. And, it all works. If I don't use the products up to the highest quality and create the best quality I can in terms of video or content or shorts or reels or lives, then the company won't be able to sell products, and I don't have a job and they can't sell products. Like, it all works together. So
yeah.
There's one big world.
Yeah, there's all kinds of little things that you need to do to become a designer. And I think for me, one of the best things is to have a mentor if you can. Somebody that's been in the business for a while, that knows the ins and outs, and yep, exactly.
She's been mine. I mean, I don't know how many times I've sat, especially after a conference where we've been out having drinks at whatever hotel, and we just had a conversation.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it was mostly the one hotel when we were in Phoenix, but like, you answered so many questions or gave me nuggets of advice that just stuck in my head, and it's been phenomenal. So I cannot thank you enough for all of that, because I still feel like a giant newbie into what I'm doing and constantly learning. And I think we all have to kind of feel that way.
Yep.
And never feel like we know enough, like we know it all. There's always more to learn.
Changing.
Yeah. And it's always changing. Exactly.
No kidding.
You get so that you actually know something and know it really well, and then it changes.
Poof, gone.
So, it's a process, but it's all good.
Totally.
That's how I feel in TikTok right now. I'm like, I have no clue what's happening over there, but I'm trying.
Well, and that's all you can do. And I know it's a good place to be. People are doing it, and I just
Too much.
I am not.
Yeah.
How about Lisa in charge of that one?
All those, it's like all those little short videos though. And this is where my little S came from, is I'm actually in the behind the scenes, and I'm part of the shorts creators with YouTube, and I get on videos with them, and we do research together, and we have meetings once a week where a lot of the collaborators, and we're talking people that have millions of views and millions of subscribers. And here I am, I'm like this little tiny person, but they've invited me to, I'm like, yay!
Hey,
I'm all excited.
huge.
So I'm like all proud of my little fact that I'm part of that.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So,
that's
and we
huge.
constantly are talking about that. We're taking the same content. So if anybody out there is a content creator, and just one little nugget to you, is that you can create one video and you can create it off platform. You don't have to do it innately within the platform, within TikTok or within Instagram or within YouTube or even Facebook. You can create it off platform, make sure it's the right format, load it to your phone, because you only can do it from your phone, and post the same video in all the same places, tweaking a little things here and there, like the titles or the content, what hashtags you're using. Like, don't put reels on YouTube video, put shorts, those kinds of things. And it never ceases to fail me or to amaze me that the one video, I feel like it's the same kind of content that I've done, does amazing on one platform and tanks on the others, or does great on two and tanks on the others. And it constantly is different. I don't know if it's the time of day. Still haven't figured that one out. But
I haven't either. So it is that time, ladies.
Yeah.
Because I was keeping track.
Well, we want to remind everybody to like, comment, and share on this video with the hashtag BellaCrafts to enter for the giveaway for this week. And unfortunately, Erin needs to leave. And so we're going to end the broadcast. But we're so happy to have had her, and her excitement and her genuineness. And it's always a good thing.
Yep.
I get to talk to adults. I'm like excited as all get out, because usually it's just my little kids. Well, they're not that little, but yeah, I'm usually talking to children or nobody, my dog. So I'm like,
I'm always talking to my dogs. I'm always talking to my dog. husband will come into my studio.
It doesn't matter, Sharon. Here, I'm gonna.
Who are you talking to? The dogs.
Dog.
Sorry.
Myself. I'm editing and doing voiceovers on my video.
Sharon, it doesn't matter. I just put it in. You do hashtag Bella Crafts. It can be all lowercase. It can be capital. It doesn't matter. It all goes to the same program as long as the hashtag is there.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, ladies, for having me on. It has been so much fun. Like I said, I get to talk to adults.
Yeah. Thanks for joining.
It's always
good. Awesome.
Okay. Right. Well, thank you all for joining us. And Lisa,
3 weeks.
Don't forget to take some time to craft, people, because it's awesome for your soul. It really is. It's good for your soul.
Bye, everyone.
Guys, take care.